Good morning, students. We are starting with our third lesson. The name of the third lesson is triangles. Now, triangle, if you see the figure properly, it has three sides, okay, and three angles. So that is the property of triangle. So if you wonder that where do we exactly use this triangle, or is it just in our studies? After that we never use. It is not like that. Even the triangles which are there, the properties of triangles, if there are different properties of triangle, so all these properties we use in future also to build the buildings and for different things. In different careers also we use the property of triangles. So what I would like you all to do is, you have to sit at your home and use the internet for good thing. You have to type on internet that which are the different application of triangle in our daily life, where do we use, where in different fields do we use properties of triangle, so that when you have this knowledge you will understand that in future where do we have to use, and you will find it interesting to study. Okay, so in future life, if you choose some career like architecture or building line, so in that you have to use this properties of triangle. Okay, so let us some example. So you can see here, this first example is bridge. So to build the bridge, here all these triangles which you can see in the bridge, those are equilateral triangle. So equilateral, there are different types of triangle also: equilateral triangle, isosceles triangle, there is scalene triangle. So in different properties there of this different triangle, there are different properties. Now what is the property of equilateral triangle? It has same sides, same length sides. All the sides of the triangle are equal. So here, if also one triangle, all this triangle which you can see, you can 1 2 3 4 5, all these triangles which are upside down, which are fitted together, if only one triangle length also, if it is not properly done, then this bridge might collapse. So you can see here how the property of equilateral triangle is very important to build this bridge. Okay, so for building bridges we use properties of triangle. Then to find out the length of a very heighted object, so you can also take example of Burj Khalifa, which is the tallest building. You can take example of Eiffel Tower, you can take example of Leaning Tower. So to find out the height of this very big objects, we cannot use any measuring instrument. We cannot sit with the scale and measure the length or height of this big monuments, right? So to measure the length of this very heighted monuments, what do we use? We use properties of triangle. And also the third example which I'm going to give you all, we have already studied in our first lesson, which is pyramid. So in pyramids also, to find out in earlier times, to find out the height of very big pyramids, the properties of triangles was used. Even to build the pyramids, properties of triangles were used. Okay, so you can see here, these are some type of examples where we use properties of triangle, and that's why it is important to study different properties of triangle, and we are going to study today that one. So moving forward, so the first theorem and first property of triangle which we are going to study is theorem of remote interior angles of triangle. Now when you see the heading, you don't have to get confused. And even when this theorem comes in the exam, you should not get confused at which theorem I should write down. You have to read properly the name, and then only you will understand which exactly theorem you have to do. Okay, so you can read the statement again: remote interior angles of a triangle. Now what is remote? Remote is the opposite of adjacent. Now I have told you already the meaning of adjacent. Adjacent means the angles which are side by side to each other, touching to each other, or neighboring to each other. Remote means they are far away from each other, they are not neighboring to each other. Okay, so remote interior angles. Now interior means what? They are interior in the triangle. Okay, they are not outside of the triangle, but they are interior of the triangle. Okay, so remote interior angles of a triangle, this theorem we have to learn. Okay, so what is the statement of the theorem? The measure of exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of its remote interior angles. Okay, so this is the theorem that we have to learn, and this figure is given. Now from this statement of the theorem, we'll figure out which is the exterior angle. So the measure of the exterior angle. So what is the exterior angle? Angle which is outside of the triangle. So definitely only one angle we can see, PRS. Here the red mark, which you can see a red pointer, that is the exterior angle of a triangle. So what is the statement given? The measure of the exterior angle, that means this angle, is equal to the sum of its remote interior angles. Now of this exterior angle, which is the adjacent angle, which is side by side angle, this angle which is there inside the triangle. So this angle we don't want. You can see here in the statement it is given, it is equal to the sum of its remote interior angles. So which are the remaining two angles inside the triangles which are remote or away from this exterior angles? Definitely these two angles, angle P and angle Q, right? So from this statement we are going to prove that this whole angle, big angle, exterior angle, is equal to the sum of this remote interior angles. You have to add these two angles and that sum will be equal to this exterior angle. So in given, so this is the exterior angle, green color dot which have appeared. So in given you have to write down angle PRS, this green color dot is an exterior angle of triangle PQR. That thing you have to write down. Now which are the interior angles? These two dot we have already shown. I have already shown angle P and angle Q are the exterior angles, interior angles which are remote. Okay, they are not adjacent, they are remote. So what do we have to prove? This whole exterior angle, angle PRS, is equal to angle PQR, that means angle Q, plus angle QPR, that means this angle, these two dots. Okay, only this angle name I have written in full form, that means 3-letter name. Okay, so that we have to prove. Let us see how to prove that. So always when you start with a theorem, one thing that we have is the property of triangle, which is very simple. That means what? All the angles of a triangle is equal to, sum is equal to 180 degree. That is the basic property of triangle. So in first thing that you have to write in proof is the sum of all angles of triangle is equal to 180 degree, and that statement you have to write down. First you have to write down this angle plus this angle plus this angle equal to 180 degree. So I have written in the next statement angle PQR. Angle PQR means angle PQR, that means this angle Q, plus angle QPR, that means this angle, plus angle PRQ, that means this angle which is there inside the triangle, third angle. All sum is equal to 180 degree. That is the property that we know. Okay, now next thing, what I'm in this equation which we have, the sum of angles is equal to 180 degree, that I will give as equation number 1. Now next thing what I'm going to do is, we want this exterior angle also. So exterior angle, if we have to bring in this equation or in this proof, what do we see? This exterior angle and this interior angle of this triangle, both are adjacent to each other and their base is also same, it is common. That means what? These two angles are what? They are linear pair angles, right? Because they are adjacent to each other also and they have same common base also. So those two are linear pair angles. And what is the property of linear pair angles? Always linear pair angles sum is equal to 180 degree. So next thing, definitely we are going to write down that angle PRQ, that means this interior angle, plus angle PRS, that means this exterior angle, is equal to 180 degree. Why? The reason is angle in the linear pair, and this equation we are going to give as equation number 2. Now if we compare equation 1 and equation 2, if you see properly, the RHS of both the equation is same, that means equal to 180 degree. And when RHS is same, LHS automatically becomes same. When RHS is same, LHS become equal. So we have to equalize both the LHS part of both the equation. So from 1 and 2, I'll first write down LHS of equation 1, this whole part. That means angle PQR plus angle QRP plus angle PRQ equal to LHS of equation 2. That means angle PRQ plus angle PRS. Okay, now if we see properly in this equation that we have obtained now, you can see one part which is there, one angle is repeated on both the sides. That means angle PRQ is here also and PRQ is there on other side of equal to also. And when same thing is there on both the side of equal to, what happens? It gets cancelled. Okay, and finally what you will get? What will remain from this side of equation? Only these two part, angle PQR plus angle QRP. PRQ gets cancelled, and here what is remaining? Angle PRS. So eliminating here, in bracket you have to write down also eliminating angle PRQ from both the side. Now if you observe this final statement which you have got, it is same as that the thing that we had to prove. Okay, so finally we have already proved that the measure of exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of remote interior angles. Don't forget this term, remote interior angles. Okay, because you can see here this two red dot is remote to this exterior angle, it is not adjacent. Okay, so remember this property. Now moving forward, we have already studied the property of exterior angle of a triangle. Now there is something else, something secret about this property also. So to know that secret, first I would like to tell you all something. The sum of two positive numbers, that means a and b, if they are positive numbers, any two positive numbers, if we add both this number, their summation, their answer is greater than the individual number. It is greater than individual number, that is a, and it is greater than b also. That means what, I'll give you an example. That means a plus b is greater than individual a, and a plus b answer is greater than b also. That means individual number. I'll tell you all the example. If the two numbers that I have taken is 3 and 4, 3 and 4 are positive numbers, so 3 plus 4 is what, 7. So 7 is greater than the individual number, that means it is greater than 3 also, and it is greater than 4 also. So always when we add two numbers, the answer that we get is always greater than the individual number that we add. Okay, so 7 is greater than 3 and 7 is greater than 4 also. This property you have to keep in mind, because this is important to you for competitive exam also. They ask these tricky sums. So whenever sum that you get, the answer that you get is always greater than the individual number. Okay, when you add only two positive numbers. Okay, similar thing we are going to use for property of triangle also right now that we have studied. So using this inequality, we get one property related to exterior angle of a triangle also. Right now we have studied exterior angle property also. So if we take in this diagram, what is the exterior angle? PRS is the exterior angle of triangle PQR. So right now property that we have studied, what is that property? Exterior angle is equal to the sum of remote interior angles. So angle PRS, that means exterior angle, is equal to angle P plus angle Q. Okay, so this is the statement that we get, angle P plus angle Q is equal to angle PRS, that is the exterior angle property. So when we add two angles, we get the third angle, which is the sum of these two angles. So always this angle sum that we are going to get is going to be always greater than the individual angles. That means it is going to be greater than angle P, and it is going to be greater than angle Q also. Like we studied here, a plus b is equal to, answer that we get is greater than the individual number. Similar things applies here also. So the answer that is there, the exterior angle, is greater than individual angle, that is angle P, and it is also greater than angle Q. So this property you keep in mind, that is therefore exterior angle of a triangle is greater than its remote interior angles, individual remote interior angles. So this is the property, another property or another secret of the exterior angle theorem that we have studied. Okay, these two properties are very simple, I know, but you have to keep this in mind because we are going to solve sums on. So there are some solved examples in your textbook. Let us solve some examples. So the first example is, the measure of angles of a triangle are in ratio 5:6:7. So that means what? Here the measures of angles of a triangle. So a triangle has three angles. So their individual angle measurement is not given, but they are given in the form of ratio. That means 5:6:7. So three angles a triangle have, and if we divide all the three angles of a triangle, we'll get the ratio 5:6:7. And we have to find out the actual measures. So always keep in mind, this is the trick that you have to keep in mind. Whenever anything is given in the ratio, you have to multiply that ratio by a common variable. Now what is a variable? Variable can be in the form of an alphabet. It can be x, it can be small a, small x, small y, anything. Okay, so this ratio we are going to multiply by a common variable, that is x. So when we multiply by common variable, that is x, we will get the actual measurement of the angles of a triangle. So the ratio which is given, that is not the final answer, that is not the measures of the angles. So that's why we are going to multiply by the common variable 5x, 6x and 7x. So when we multiply here 5 by x, we'll get 5x. Second number is 6, so we'll multiply by 6x, and we'll 7, third number we multiply by x, so we'll get 7x. So now these are the measures of angles of a triangle, 5x, 6x and 7x. But this is not the final answer. Na? We want the final answer. For that we have to find out the answer of x. So when we will find out the answer of x, we will multiply by 5, 6 and 7 and we will find out the measurement. So how we'll find out that answer? We already know the property. The measurement, the sum of measures of all angles of triangle is equal to 180 degree. So what we'll do? We'll add 5x plus 6x plus 7x is equal to 180 degree. These three are the angles of a triangle, three angles of a triangle. So it will be therefore equal to 5x plus 6x plus 7x is equal to 180 degree. Now always whenever there is variable x, x and x, when the variable is same, we can add the coefficient of each variable. Okay, so here the first coefficient is 5, second coefficient is 6 and third coefficient is 7. So 6 plus 5 is 11 and 11 plus 7 is 18. So the answer will be 18x. Always the common variable which is there, x, x and x, that is common, that will remain same, and we will only add the numbers or the coefficient. Okay. So 5 plus 6 plus 7 we get as 18. So the answer is 18x is equal to 180. Now we want answer of x, so we'll keep x on this side only and we will take 18 on the other side. So 18 is multiplied over here. When we take it on other side, it will be divided. So x will be equal to 180 divided by 18, and 18 ones are 18 and 18 tens are 180. Okay, here the division is not shown. So 180 divided by 18, if you do, 18 tens are 180, so the answer is 10 degree. So x answer we have got, but that is not the final answer. So we have to multiply 5 by x, 6 by x and 7 by x, and then only we'll get the final answer. So 5x is equal to 5 into 10, because x is 10. So in place of x, when we put 10, 5 into 10 is equal to 50 degree. So the first angle of a triangle we get it as 50 degree. Second will be equal to 6x. That means 6 into 10, that is 60 degree. And third angle is 7x, that is 7 into 10 is equal to 70 degree. So this is how we find the measures of the three angles of a triangle by using ratio. Okay, so this was the first sum. Let us solve the second sum. So the second sum is observe figure 3.4 and find out the measures of angle PRS and RTS. So this is the figure which is given. So this figure might look complicated, but it is very simple. Okay. So here you have to find out the measurement of PRS. PRS. So this PRS is exterior angle of which triangle? If you see properly, it is exterior angle of triangle PQR, right? So this angle is the exterior angle of triangle PQR. So that first statement you have to write down. Angle PRS is an exterior angle of triangle PQR. Now the both interior, remote interior angles are given. So which property you are going to use here? Definitely to find out the measurement of exterior angle. Definitely the property of remote interior angles of a triangle. So what is that property? The exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of remote interior angles. So from the theorem of remote interior angles, angle PRS, that means this red dot wala, now wherever I am pointing, that angle is equal to angle PQR, that means this 40 degree, this angle Q, and plus angle QPR, that means this 30 degree. So now immediately substitute the values. PQR is equal to 40 degree plus QPR is equal to 30 degree. Now 40 degree plus 30 degree is equal to 70 degree. So angle PRS is equal to 70 degree. So one angle we already found out, angle PRS. Now we have to find out angle RS. TS. That means this angle we have to find out. Now this angle we have already got by using the property of remote interior angles. Now we have to find out this property. But this angle which is there, that is a part of which triangle? Another triangle, small triangle. This triangle TRS, and of this triangle TRS we have already one measurement. Now just now we found out this angle, so we will definitely be able to find out the third angle of the triangle, because we already know the property, the sum of all angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degree. So in triangle RTS, write down angle TRS plus angle RT, all the three angles name you have to write down. TRS, that means this angle, plus angle RTS, that means this angle, plus angle TSR, that means this angle which is 20 degree, is equal to what? What will be the sum of all the three angles of a triangle? Or definitely it is equal to 180 degree. This is the property, sum of all angles of triangle is equal to 180 degree. Now substitute all the values which we have got. Now definitely just now we have got angle PRS, that means it is same as angle TRS only. PRS is same angle TRS, so it is 70 degree, which we have just now found out. RTS we have to find out, it is not given, and angle TSR is also given, which is 20 degree, it is given in the figure. So write down 70 degree and 20 degree, substitute the values. Now add the two numbers, 70 plus 20 is equal to 90 degree, right? And angle RTS, keep it like that only. Now we want angle RTS, so 90 degree we have to take on other side. Here it is added, other side it will be subtracted. So 180 minus 90 is what? 90 degree only. So finally we get measurement angle RTS is equal